We have a 2009 Pontiac G5. We're going to go through the steps in replacing the fuel pump. We'll start by bleeding the pressure off the system using our pressure relief valve on our gauge. Be sure and capture the fuel into a safe container. Before beginning any repair, disconnect the negative battery cable. In order to do a proper fuel pump replacement, we need to clean the inside of the tank, and that will require the removal of the tank. At the rear of the tank, disconnect the emissions line and vent line. Remove the fuel filler hose and disconnect the fuel lines. Be sure and capture any fuel into a safe container. Disconnect the electrical connections and work the harness over the top of the axle. With the fuel tank properly supported, disconnect the tank straps and remove the tank from under the vehicle. It's a good idea to clean the outside of the tank before removing the module assembly. This will keep any excessive debris from getting in the tank. Disconnect the electrical connection and remove the fuel lines from the top of the tank. Using a non-ferrous brass punch, remove the locking ring, turning it counterclockwise. As you remove the module from the tank, keep in mind there's a reservoir that will hold residual fuel. Be sure and capture this in a safe container. Remove the locking ring from the top of the module assembly and inspect, making sure it's not damaged in any way that would hinder its reuse. At this point, we need to drain the remaining fuel into a safe container and clean the inside of the tank. Having a clean environment for the fuel pump to operate in will extend the life of the pump. With the inside of the tank thoroughly cleaned, we're ready to install the new Airtex module assembly. Install the float arm into its location on the sender card. Install the new tank seal and install the locking ring into its position. And lower the module assembly into its location. With the module assembly fully seated, install the locking ring, turning it clockwise. Reconnect the electrical connection and install the fuel lines into their location on the top of the tank. As you raise the tank into position, be sure to work the electrical connections and fuel lines over the top of the axle. With the fuel tank fully raised, reinstall the tank straps. At the rear of the tank, reconnect the electrical connections and place the harness into their retainers. Reconnect the fuel lines fuel filler vent line and emissions line. With the repair complete, reattach the negative battery cable. Cycle a key 2 to 3 times in order to charge the system. Start the vehicle and monitor fuel pressure, making sure it's within vehicle specification. Now before we remove our pressure gauge, we'll shut the vehicle off and bleed the pressure using our pressure gauge, making sure to capture any fuel into a safe container.